IoTeX community. Today we have a very special Meet the Delegate program for you. Today we have the giving block. Do you guys want to introduce yourself, your company, and some of your goals as a delegate?
Sure. Thanks, Larry. I'm Alex. This is Pat, my partner. We are the co-founders of the Giving Block. We're really excited about this partnership with IoTeX and becoming a delegate. We're going to have all of our proceeds going back to charity. So in this case, it's going to be the Lupus Foundation, who is our first charity of the quarter, and we're going to have that rotate every 3 months to do a new charity. With the idea being this is a great way for nonprofits to get involved in the community and also generate some passive income in the form of cryptocurrency, while also raising awareness for their causes.
That's great. Yeah, we're really pioneering a new way to use blockchain to benefit nonprofits. But before we dive into those details, can you tell us more a little bit about, what is the Giving Block and who's backing it?
Sure. So the way we got started was Alex and I were trading cryptocurrency together. I was working with a nonprofit organization. During my time there, we started talking about why doesn't this nonprofit take crypto? We saw examples like Ripple donating $100 million plus to nonprofit organizations. We saw the Pineapple Fund happen where 56 million dollars of Bitcoin were donated to nonprofit organizations. We saw the philanthropy happening, and we didn't see a lot of organizations taking advantage of it. So we started doing education, setting them up with a wallet solution so they could actually take the crypto, and then helping them find partners.
That's great. That's great. So it sounds like you guys have some traditional experience in the charity world and now are bringing it to the blockchain. So can you tell us more about your vision for blockchain and your journey in the blockchain world?
Yeah, so as Pat said, it started like I think a lot of people, just trading some crypto and then kind of going down that rabbit hole everyone talks about, getting more and more into it, getting really excited about it. And as we learn about all these different use cases out there, we started to realize that a lot of these, challenges that were being faced by nonprofits, whether it's transparency or security, or even fundraising, right, could be addressed or mitigated by using blockchain and cryptocurrency. So we see the kind of the logical first step in that is, of course, educating the nonprofits about why they should care about cryptocurrency and what the basics are, getting them set up to take cryptocurrency donations, and then, looking beyond that, looking for partnerships like this with IoTeX to help get them involved with the community and find great partners with leading projects.
That's great. And, I think that you, as the Giving Block, have partnered already with several organizations and people in the crypto industry. Can you talk a little bit about some of your partners in the space?
Yeah, so we've got an upcoming announcement that's going to be happening with Brave ads. They're going to be testing out whether or not we can use those ads to try and drive some traffic to nonprofit sites, building up crypto donations, but also just getting more engagement at events, conferences, etc., building up a crypto profile and trying to find sponsorships and partners for the nonprofits events. We dabbled with Ncent for a little while, trying to find ways to incentivize people to not only donate, but to get people pulled into things like fundraisers and walks, find ways to not only be contributing to a nonprofit organization, but start a chain of individuals who are going to participate and get involved. And then I would say for the most part, most of our partnerships have been just basic sponsorships. So there's an organization out there looking to work with a nonprofit. They see it as bringing with them the legitimacy of the organization, the obvious social impact culture, wanting to be associated with it. We start from the nonprofit, looking outward. We go, what kind of partners are you looking for? And then we help them screen them so that you don't end up with a BitConnect.
Yeah,
Exactly.
And then
that's awesome.
One more sort of central piece of that is Blockshop DC, which is a blockchain incubator we're working out of and helping run. So we're one of 6 startups working out of here. We have regular events here from anything from basic blockchain one-on-one education, and tonight we're actually having a 0x event talking about the legal implications of decentralized finance.
That's great. So really spanning the entire industry, but definitely a focus on charity. And you guys have built this great foundation and are now taking this next step to becoming an IoTeX delegate. So can you explain the rationale as to how you made that transition and why you guys are joining the IoTeX delegate program?
Yeah, of course. So, when we partner with organizations like IoTeX, it's really important that we're creating these win-win relationships, right? So both sides are benefiting. In this case, nonprofit partners can bring, awareness to IoTeX and to the delegate program, while also raising awareness about their own causes and also generating relatively passive income from the rewards that we'll be paying out to them. And of course, we want to match nonprofits with the top projects out there. And in our opinion, IOTeX is one of the top projects out there.
Yeah, and just to piggyback on that, adoption is a key priority from both sides of that equation. So the nonprofits and the organizations they're partnering with. Right now, we're in this pocket where we don't have a level of cryptocurrency adoption where would it all be considered mainstream. When we get to that point, there will, of course, be an incentive for nonprofits to take crypto donations. It's going to be like taking credit cards, but for the time being, there's this exciting natural phenomenon that occurs when a nonprofit partners with anyone in the blockchain crypto industry. It establishes that organization as a leader, helps them find more partners in the space, and for the organization working with the nonprofit, the association obviously lends benefits as well.
That's awesome. And you guys mentioned something that's really interesting before, that all the proceeds will be donated to charities, and specifically a charity of the quarter. Would you guys mind explaining kind of this program and how the rewards will work with different nonprofits and charities?
Yeah, sure. So the idea behind Charity of the Quarter is that every 3 months we'll rotate it. We're beginning with the Lupus Foundation, who's already been very engaged with the cryptocurrency community. They started taking cryptocurrency donations last October, and since then I've even taken them at their gala, done outreach to other organizations to get them involved in their walks, and are really looking to take the next step by getting involved in the IOTX Delegate program. So they'll be the recipient of all the rewards for this first Charity of the Quarter, and the other half of the rewards will go back to voters.
That's great. And for people that aren't familiar with the Lupus Foundation, can you guys provide a little context on what the Lupus Foundation is and kind of what these funds will be raised for?
Sure. So the Lupus Foundation is a voluntary health association. So it's a nonprofit focused on a specific disease area, in this case, lupus. Lupus is an autoimmune disorder that affects primarily women, about 90% women. Women of color are 2 to 3 times more likely to be diagnosed with lupus. There aren't a whole lot of treatments out there. It's been 50 years plus since there's been a new therapy to market specifically designed for people with lupus. So it affects people who are, for the most part, in a disenfranchised demographics, especially here in the US. We see it at least more commonly diagnosed. It could be due to diagnostics. But the idea behind the Lupus Foundation is ultimately they're trying to push for a cure. Before that, there's going to be more therapies, bring those to markets. And on top of all that, there's a layer of providing patient services and information and education to patients who need it.
That's awesome. I'm really looking forward to pioneering this new approach to raise more awareness about lupus and more charities in the future. So what are your other plans to engage with the IOTeX community?
Yeah, so we of course want to take advantage of the local space here we have in the incubator, meet anyone in the community that's in the DC area and help grow that presence here physically. And then online, of course, by partnering with a major charity like the Lupus Foundation, we're expecting this to really get a lot of mainstream attention, right? So there's not a whole lot of charities out there that are engaging the crypto community, and their followings and their, whether it's on social media or at their events like walks, these are very mainstream people, right? There's probably a very, very small percentage of them that are familiar with cryptocurrency. So this is really going to help grow the community and reach new people that are sort of outside of the typical cryptocurrency community.
That's awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for your time, guys. We love the vision and we're really looking forward to the future. How can people learn more about the Giving Block?
Sure. You can go to our site, thegivingblock.com. You can also shoot us an email, info@thegivingblock.com. Twitter, Telegram, any of the classic mediums, reach out, ask us a question. We're happy to send you more information.
Yeah, and we'll be around the IOTX Telegram channel as well to answer any questions that pop up.
And you can find us at Blockshop.
Yeah,
blockshopdc.com, yeah.
Definitely. Well, for all those in the IOTeX community, definitely thank Alex and Pat for their time today. And remember that a vote for the Giving Block is a vote for charity. So whether that's donating some or all of your votes towards this great cause, be sure to support charity. And thank you guys so much. Looking forward to collaborating further in the future.
Yeah, thanks, Larry.
Thank you.
Looking forward to it as well.